Hi everyone, for those that don't know, my name's Adam and I recently launched a platform called SpeakerStacks, which helps anybody that speaks at events to grow, to take to the stage, and through a QR code and landing page, offer up content that's valuable to attendees and in exchange capture their details so they can use it to increase subscribers, followers, or even generate pipeline. Quick updates and new features to the platform. So I thought I'd just go through those, why we've done those, how they came about, and maybe a little bit about what's coming down in the future. So when an attendee goes to the landing page and sees the content available, the way that they unlock that is they click the unlock button and they are presented with a quick data capture form. One of our users really wanted the ability to ask a custom question, something relevant either to them, their business, or the session at hand. And we implemented this in a really simple way so they can turn this feature on and off. They don't have to ask an extra question every single time. This is really good if you've got something that you want to ask them specifically that's going to help you understand them a little bit more, but also a way for the attendees to send information or ask other relevant questions. So it could be titled something as simply as, let me know what you'd like to know about me, or what would you like to know next, or how can I help you further? The next update that we rolled out was the ability to disable the collection of a telephone number. A couple of users actually said that they would never use a telephone number in their outreach to prospects or the people that had filled out the contact form. This makes sense. You know, lots of people don't do cold calling or don't even answer the phone these days. And they felt that it could just add a little bit of extra friction for somebody completing the form or enter dud data that wasn't actually going to get used. So again, we introduced this, and now within our Pro plan, it's an easy option to enable or disable for those who do or do not want to collect telephone numbers for their attendees. The next little update, a custom field in settings, is the ability to display a different email address to those attendees that connect up with those speakers versus the one that they use to set up the account. So in this instance, we had a company who was using a master email address, something they use for marketing purposes, and they actually wanted to display a different email. And this way, actually, we can set it so that if you want to change it at any point, it's really easy to do without changing the master email for administration purposes. Speakers really wanted, or what users of SpeakerStacks really wanted, was the ability to also add a short description of what each of those pieces of content possessed or contained. Again, thought this was a really good idea and a really simple way to implement this. So now when users are adding individual pieces of content, they can choose to add a short description to give the attendees a little bit more context about what they are collecting. And the last small update that we shipped in the last 4 weeks, which I'm super excited about as a speaker myself, is the ability to collect feedback from attendees during the lead collection process. So the way we've implemented this is a quick 5-star rating, 1 to 5 stars based on what attendees thought of that session or that speaker. Well, obviously feedback helps people to improve, and you can see that on a per attendee basis. So actually in some way it's an intent signal. So those that have ranked you higher for your session or you as a speaker obviously resonate with you better. So therefore maybe the ones to focus on a little bit more in follow-up. But also it does one other thing. It allows you as a speaker to gain feedback and generate evidence that'll help you secure more speaking engagements in future. What this allows you to do is generate valuable feedback to then build evidence for the next event that you might want to pitch to speak at and say, hey, Mr. Event Organizer or Mrs. Event Organizer, at my last session that I delivered on this topic, where 100 attendees rated me, they all rated me 4 out of 5 stars, giving the event organizer evidence that they deliver quality, highly engaging sessions. Now, I think this is really important actually at the moment, because something that's happening in the event world is that with the advent of AI, lots of submission and pitches that are being submitted to events are now AI generated. How can an event organizer tell if somebody is actually delivering really quality sessions, or are they just using AI to deliver a really good quality pitch? Now, everybody should be given an option to speak at events, even those that are just getting started. So by no means is this something that I think will change overnight, but by us allowing speakers to gain feedback, or generate feedback, should I say, from their speaking engagement, this is just that little bit of extra evidence to help them secure more speaking engagements at events in the future. If you've got a feature request or you've checked out SpeakerStacks and you think there's something cool that we could add in, go to our website, click on the feature request button in the bottom of the menu and let us know.